Hello, everybody. This is Bob Anderson, and it is August 22nd, 2024. At the back side of this video, I'm going to show you a couple setups yesterday in the for the overnight open. Because I talked about it being like the main thing, and yesterday was FOMC day. So, trading in and of itself is, not only is it August, but trading on FOMC day is even doubly difficult. But if you go and look at the end of this video, I'm going to show you today's one and only setup for the overnight open. But if you go and look at the backside of this video, you will see multiple examples yesterday that were absolutely gorgeous for the overnight open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you right here in the NQ. This was the NQ. Okay, so we had the market opens right here 9:30. Right there 9:30. So you had your push up, you push down, blah blah. And just like, we're kind of, I'm kind of being pretty cautious right now because we got inside the 5-minute red line, but we're right near the overnight open. So I don't like to trade into the overnight open if I'm close to it. But anyways, but again, I wasn't paying attention to anything really until the market kind of calms down. I mean, I told you I'm looking primarily for overnight open trades and 5-minute red lines. So let's talk about the overnight open trade that did set up. Okay, and it was in the NQ. There was none in gold because gold was way down today. And there was none in the RTY because by the time we got past the news events and things like that, the RTY was already down. So anyways, but what we did get was we got this reach with the NQ, which, right here would have been great if when this candle closed along back up to here, but it did not happen. It just kept right on going. So now we're on the bottom side of the overnight open. And so can anybody see, what becomes support becomes resistance? I've said that many times. And this line right here is the only line you even need to put on your chart if you want. Seriously, if you can just learn how to trade around that line and you put up all the instruments, you can just perfect that trade right there, and that's it. You don't have to learn anything else. It helps if you've got, like I said, it helps if you can have oil on your chart and charts and gold and RTY and whatnot, and just see, because these trades don't happen often. This is the only one I saw all day today. But what happened? It came across, and now I'm waiting for it to do a reset, reset. I'm waiting for it to do a retest. So here we are at, 10:20. We're way past news, all that kind of stuff. And then bing, 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 bing. Nice straight line off of Donchian Channel. I mean, just, what's important is on a retest is that you have a confirmed push through that you can see, okay, we don't want to be on this side now. We want to be on this side. Okay, so you need that confirmed strong push through. You don't need a meandering. So we got a strong push through, came down almost to the daily low, rolled up, nice, reach, boom, the break of that candle, down it goes. And that's it. That's your trade. That was the only one of the day today. So look at the ones I recorded that are going to be the next segments of this video. I recorded it yesterday, and you'll start getting a handle on this overnight open trade. I mean, I'm telling you, if you got the patience and you got multiple screens so you can see, because NQ had this exact same setup yesterday, that I tried to take, and it didn't happen. The trade just didn't happen. It collapsed and didn't work. um, but anyways, so you're most likely, if you've got like 4 charts up or something, you might get 2 setups a day in the whole day. But again, it only takes 1 trade. I mean, this right here, when this candle right here, red one, when it broke and down it went, I mean, that's $500 right there. That's $500, 1 contract. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later and watch the rest of it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Bye. I was screwed up trying to film this. I was trying to get ready for another overnight open. This was on the NQ. If you'll notice, the NQ slammed down to the overnight open right here. Literally touched the top of it and then rolled up. Earlier today, like at 11 o'clock or so. And then it went, but then it came back down and went through it with authority and ran right back up to it. So I thought it would do.
Order canceled.
I thought it would potentially do a rollover. So that didn't happen. Interestingly enough, what did happen earlier today, if anybody saw this, was this right here. The RTY. Here's the RTY. Okay. This is like 5 in the morning right here. Just rolling around, rolling around, rolling around. And then the market opens, and this is like 9:45, and it's doing this stuff up and down, and then wham! Look at this. Right through the overnight open, break of the candle. Anybody see that? Anybody see how much money that trade could have made? I mean, yeah. Now this is the look I was trying to get yesterday in the gold trade that I took. Because when price went down, the candles were nice and big, and then it just stopped and hung out like it did here. And it didn't really come back down with authority until later. And then it rolled up. Well, you saw that it was yesterday's video. But today's, I mean, just look at that. That is prime time, 10:17 in the morning. Look at that. Let's just conversational purposes. I'd be shooting for at least 40 ticks. So let's just say I'm in at 55. So 40 is 59. There's 50. There's 59 right there. Right there. So you'd have been in at 1, 2, 3, 4 in your 4th minute. You'd have had your 40 ticks, which is $200 a contract. I tend to trade the RTY with 2 contracts. So now I did not take that trade. You can see that, but I mean, there's the setup. I mean, it's as clear as the nose on your face. Matter of fact, this setup is better than the one that I did in yesterday's video in GC. And GC didn't have anything today, I don't believe. So anyways, I just thought I'd do a quick document of this and show you how it happened today in the RTY in a situation where the market's not really moving. So you could have made some money, even in a bad market. I'm telling you, that's why I tell people that overnight open and the 5-minute red line, those are the things I would be focused on until the market comes back. Which will be, less than a month from now, be in a couple weeks probably. But right now there is no market. It's just dead. All right. Bye. So then I decided I might as well go look at the rest of these charts. And look at this is oil. Now oil created new daily highs way over here at like 7 in the morning. Rolled down. Let's kind of blow this up, see if we can see what's going on here. Rolled down And see how from here to here it just stretched to the overnight open and then wham. So now this is, pre-market, all that stuff. But what I want to show you to get you to kind of comprehend this, we had a crossover and it's kind of meandering and doing some retesting and all that kind of stuff. But it started really making some noise when we got new daily highs and stuff. And then we came in, and I mean, we dropped from here to here, which was right at 20 ticks in literally just a minute or two in the pre-market, and then did this. And then look what it did after that. So let's just kind of keep meandering. It went back through the daily high. Okay. So now we're sitting here and we're meandering. And here we are again. Now this is where I would be interested in it again, because the last time we were here was, in this case, 4 hours ago. Okay. 4 hours ago. That was 4 hours ago. When this is going on here. And look at this collapse. Now this is all post the oil inventory report. Then watch it. Bam, bam. Through your overnight open. Sits right on it. That candle's literally sitting right there on it. And then bam. It works its way right back out. And so from like here back to here that's 13, that's 53, that's 40 ticks. That's like my number I hit yesterday on the gold trade. That's 40 ticks. Actually, I hit 50 ticks, but remember I was going for 40 and we came up to it and then rolled over. So I took it and moved it up only because if we were going to go through the top of the target, i.e. the top of the candle, we were going to go the extra 10 ticks. I would have been in this one for 40 and that would have been it because it just ran right to it. And 50 would have put me back up over the red line. I wouldn't want to be battling the red line. But anyways, there's another one right there. I mean, there's another overnight open right there. So we saw a really nice one in the RTY at about 10, 15 in the morning. Saw another one in oil at about 11. And tried to see one in NQ at 11, but it never pierced. If you go back down here, I mean, this is kind of ugly. And the NQ is tough to trade, period, because the candles can get so ragged and big. But see, we came down here and didn't quite pierce, came up, didn't quite pierce, came up, and it rolled up. I mean, there's just tough. I thought I would cheat a little. Since we blew through, I really thought when we sat right here, we were just going to roll back down. But we didn't. Now that price has gone from way up here down to here, and we've crossed over and crossed back over again, there is no way I would trade this instrument at all, because we're probably going to meander over what I call equilibrium. That's what I term the overnight open being. If price is hanging out at the overnight open, that's just equilibrium. That's just where the market has no direction, has no thought, has no care, and that's where it's going to stay. And it's very, very, very hard to trade, except when you have that big move like that, or you have a crossover retest as a potential continuation back to the low. So this never gave me anything that I could have traded, because I don't front run. Let's talk about this. I don't front run the overnight open, okay? Because it can, price can just run right on through. Of course, price can always run right on through and knock you out. I get that, but I don't trade it that way. I don't like to front run it because again, it could do exactly this, which just blows right on through it. So I like to see it consolidate at that overnight open and then reject. Kind of like what we just saw on this oil trade. We roll down, consolidate, and then reject. Um, yeah. So, anyways, I thought I'd show these since two of them showed up today. Let me just glance while we're at this to see if I see any. Let me see if I see any 5 minute red line trades that make any sense today. I don't think I do. So far, I don't. I mean, let's just explain why I didn't see any. So here's oil. So oil. It's 9 o'clock here, rolls up, and then meanders down. This is about 9:35, so the market's just opening. So I'm a little bit cautious. We haven't gotten late enough for me to worry about the 5 minute red line. And then the only time we pierced the Donchian Channel and came to the 5 minute red line, we just blew right through it. Again, that's why I don't trade. I don't front run the trades, because this is what they may be doing instead. And where's your stop? Where's your pivot? Where's your place of salvation to have your stop? When you're catching a falling knife, it's hard to determine that. So where are we at right now? Oil went wow. So that's what oil did. So the oil inventory report. This is interesting. Oil inventory report forced oil down today. Okay, so let's see what that meant. That meant they were going from here down to here, obviously. But when they did it, they gave you the opportunity here to make $400, even though the intent was to take it here. You see that? So obviously, oil is the oil. My guess is the oil inventory came in a little higher than expected. Therefore, the price is down because it's down a couple of dollars from the high. So, anyways, but in the process of going from here to here, they did this and gave you the opportunity to make $400. Let me just grab the RTY for a second and see if there's any 5 minute red line setups here. Let's see here. This was after 10:30 here that we went from here to here. Okay. Now, for those of you that watch my videos, let's talk about the power of trading. Okay. For those of you that have watched my videos before, I've talked about this. Okay. And that's this. So we'd be looking for 5 minute red lines after 10:30. All right. We also want a new Donchian low, or we want a new Donchian high, and we want a smooth pullback to the red line, relatively smooth, not the same kind of smooth you get in a gold line, but relatively smooth, meaning it's deliberate. It gets there deliberately, just like this. This is deliberate. But the problem with this right here, which is why I would not have taken this trade, you probably would have got knocked out at even if you did. But because there's your entry right there, and then it ran down quite a bit, and then it rolled up, and then boom. Why would I not take this trade? Well, because the power of the lines is in this order. This line is the most powerful line that's on my chart, the overnight open. The 5 minute red line is the second most powerful line on my chart. And the 1 minute gold line, the 9 EMA, that is my third most powerful. So this was a trade into the red line. So this is the power that overrides this power. So if this trade is going to do what I anticipated, which is take it from here back to the daily high, then this trade's not going to work. Okay, most powerful, second most powerful, third most powerful. That's why this 9 EMA, for example, we only trade it, for example, up, down. We only trade it in the direction of this, the 5-minute red line, because that's picking the side of the market. See how we crossed over, came back, sat? That's the direction of the market. Since we're north of this, that's the direction of the market. Now, we didn't get a Donchian high here to do all this, but I mean, that gives you the idea. So, this is the most powerful. This is the second most powerful. This is the third. And so, therefore, I'm looking for what. That doesn't mean, for example, I can't take a short on the 5-minute red line because the overnight opens below me. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if we are in the if there's an active rejection of the overnight open, then you do not want to try to trade the 5-minute red line or the 1-minute gold line to fight it. You do not want to do that because you're going to lose that fight. See that? See it right here. Blew right through that 9 EMA. Blue fought here. There was a fight here. You know why there was a fight here? Because there's traders trading this 21 SMA on a 5-minute candle. There's traders trading that don't even know about this line. They don't know about the power of that line. They have no idea. They don't have a clue when they're sitting there looking at their charts why price came here and rejected straight back to the red line. They have no idea. Okay? So, but you do, because I've shown you that line. This line right here is the most powerful line that I have ever seen in futures trading. Period. You don't have that on your chart. I don't know what you're doing. Again, you can't trade it every day because this style of price being way up here and then slamming down to here, let's see here, 12 hours later, doesn't happen every day. You understand what I'm saying? Because if the market takes off and we're not even near the overnight open, there's no trading that day on that overnight open. So, but as a line in the sand, that is the most powerful line on your chart as far as I'm concerned. And you saw it go bam, and it blew right through the 9 EMA and blew right through here. It's kind of like yesterday when I took that gold line trade, and I'm going to link that video down below. But when I took that gold trade, we got hung up on this 9 EMA, but the 9 EMA gave up and off the trade went. And I have to trade with the thought in my mind that this overnight open is going to hold and it's going to be more powerful than that 9 EMA. That's what I have to have a thought in my mind that I have confidence in. Otherwise, I'm taking trades and just I guess guessing or whatever. But anyways, that's my 10 cents for today. Everybody have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.